Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to make a video today about the compendium that we have over on Discord. This compendium was put together by a user named Kyuhei and a few other people who helped kind of put some stuff together as well. This has so far been like my go-to for a lot of stuff. They have all kinds of stuff, tips and tricks, which, I mean, just go through this on your own time, but this is a lot of information in here. A buff list, that's the tier list. A buff list and what each buff looks like in game. So, this is pretty helpful, but today I want to mostly go over the abilities. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it if I can figure out how to click on it. So starting off with the offensive abilities, okay, first I should note that the way the abilities work is you have 3 different seeds. There's, I guess you can say, like a basic, an uncommon, and a rare seed is the way that I kind of look at it. The basic seeds are more likely to yield 1-star abilities, and the higher the rarity, the more likely the chances that you pull like a 3-star ability. All seeds are available to give you any star rating on your ability, but if you want a better rating, you're going to want to pull with that higher rating ability seed, if that makes sense. So going into it, let's see attack up on normal attack. So the 1-star ability starts with 50% chance of level 1 attack up to self on a normal attack, going all the way up to 50% chance of level 3 attack up to self for 1 turn. So what's really cool about this compendium is that they actually put a rating for like out of 5, how would they rate this ability. For this one they gave it 2 out of 5, which I totally agree. 50% chance for a level 3 attack is not that great, and that's exactly what they say here. And they say recommended characters, but I think usually they kind of say like what type of character it's recommended for. So yeah, like they said, not sold on this one, only 50% chance, and only lasts for 1 turn. You have attack up on defend usage, 50% across the board, going from level 1, 2, and 3 based on the star rarity. 4 out of 5 because defense is pretty good. I'm sorry, attack up, this is about when you're defending. It's a little bit better because then you can kind of use that to your advantage to like defend first and then have a little bit higher attack. So good for like if you have a low health character and you want to defend while your healer builds up SP for your healer to use. So yeah, they give that one a 4 out of 5. Attack up on skill usage, which is actually the one that I use on Mulan. I have a 3-star, and it's 70% chance for level 3 attack up to self for 1 turn. They give it a 4.5 out of 5. To be honest, I am thinking about rotating this one out. 70% chance is pretty okay, not fantastic, but the fact that it only lasts for 1 turn, and I actually had to test it a few times before I really understood how it was happening. So how it happens is it actually happens on the turn that you're using the skill. So if I in turn 1 use the AoE damaging skill on Mulan, she has a 70% chance to give that attack level 3 attack up. So that's like a bonus 30% attack. Not terrible, but also I'm not a fan of it because it expires really quick, and I would kind of prefer to have the attack up last a little bit longer or something like that. So I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of it. They give it a 4.5 out of 5. They say great synergy with Maleficent and Genie to buff to enable her EX skill, which is true. If Genie gives a level 2 attack up and then she gives a level 3 attack up, it actually stacks and gives a level 5, so then Maleficent's EX skill will go off. So that's actually not too bad if you're running Maleficent. Attack up on EX skill activation, pretty similar. This one actually goes up by percentages. based on the star rating. So EX skill activation, 50% chance level 2 attack up to self for 2 turns. And a 3-star, you're getting a 100% chance of level 2 attack up. So guaranteed level 2 attack up after hitting the EX skill on stuff like on characters like on Mulan, where you're most likely going to get that if you attack with all 5 characters on the first turn. Then you'll get an attack buff like right off the bat, which is pretty nice. Then stack that up with other characters giving boosts, and it lasts for 2 turns, so that's not bad. On stuff like Maleficent, though, it would not be that great because her EX skill is not going off unless she has 5 attack buffs, which is the max, so it would absolutely be useless on her. Great on DPS that can activate their EX skills easily, like Mulan and Judy. Not bad, and they give that a 5 out of 5, I would agree. Attack up on a crit, 100% chance to give level 1, 2, and 3 attacks up. That sounds pretty good to me, as long as you're running characters that can crit, which is what they say there. Good to equip on your DPS if you're using a crit comp. Attack up on a new wave, 100% chance to give level 1, level 2, and level 3 for 1 turn. They give 4 out of 5, great on DPS for farming. I would agree. It just helps clear like those 2 or 3 stage farming things a little bit quicker. But at the point that we're at in the game right now, like me, I could probably put Mulan by herself and no other assistance, and she just sweeps through everything anyway. So maybe later down the road that'll be a little bit more handy. Attack up if party size is 4 or less. So this is interesting because if party size is 4 or less, level 1, level 2, and level 3 attack up to self effect always active when conditions met. These skills I've seen are like massive in 4-person comps because if you have 4 characters that each have a skill that says if party size is 4 or less, they're getting these buffs forever. Like they have these throughout the entire game, and that's just like ridiculous. I agree, 5 out of 5 as long as you're running a 4-member team. Attack up with 20% HP or less. You shouldn't really be hoping that you get down to 20% HP or less, but level 1, 2, and 3 attack up, they give it a 1 out of 5, we don't want to go that low on health. Attack up during status ailments, again, we don't really want to be having status ailments, but we know those fights like against Nick and against Maleficent, we're probably going to have some status ailments anyways. So level 1, level 2, and level 3, 100% chance. They give it a 3 out of 5. Not bad to equip, but again, it's kind of a niche use. Moving on to the attack skill ability. It's attack skill power up. So attack skill power plus 5, plus 10, and plus 20% is like super massive. So just imagine like a Mulan gets a permanent 20% buff to attack skill, or Maleficent gets a permanent 20% buff to attack skill, with also being able to have attack buffs on top of that. There's no maximum on this attack skill power up, so that's huge. But it looks, like they said, that looks good on paper. Additional 20%, and use it on DPS if you can get it. Crit chance up on normal attack and new wave. So the difference between the two is, one of them you have to get it to trigger off of a normal attack, 50% chance for level 1, 2, and 3, and then the other one is crit chance up when there's a new wave. I think both sound okay. 50% is kind of hard to do as well, so maybe not do the 50% chance up. I'm running one of these on my hero Mickey for the new wave, so that way he can get his EX skill off. But I rolled so many abilities on Mickey to try and get this, and it just, I get it for 1 turn. So really, instead of using something like this on Mickey, I probably should be looking more towards like that attack skill power up or something else, because only getting the EX skill off one turn is not worth wasting a whole ability slot. And then crit power up is basically the same as the crit chance up, just with how much damage you're doing. So defensive skills, and this is the first time I'm really looking at a lot of these ones, but these ones can have a lot of use with Marie and Goofy, who are tanks, and some of the support characters as well. But you have defense up on normal attack, defense up on defend usage. They each have 50% chance to do level 1, 2, and 3. Again, they kind of rate these a little bit lower, 2 out of 5 for the on normal attack to get defense up. However, defend usage, 50% chance for level 3 defense up, 4 out of 5 is pretty good, because you're going to be defending a lot. So that one is something that you can use on, like I said, Marie, who's supposed to be defending a lot, and then she'll have that 50% chance to defense up for 2 turns. So not terrible. It's definitely one to go for if you can't get anything else, but I think there's others that are a little bit better. Defense up on skill usage and on EX skill activation. You have level 1, level 2, and level 3 on skill usage for defense up, and then you have level 2 defense up on EX skill activation, 50, 70, and 100% chance. So they give both of these 5 out of 5, perfect for Taunters, perfect for Marie on a comp without defense buffers. So yeah, exactly. Like you want to have this because it's probably going to get used more often, and it goes for 2 turns, so you should be able to stack it up. Plus, if you're using something like Pooh, you can buff up your defense even more. And I mean, just like a level 5 defense is going to go a long, long way. So keep those skills in mind for your tank and your defense characters. Defense up on crit and defense up on new wave are both kind of lackluster. Level 1 defense up, level 2, level 3, 100% chance after a crit. Level 1, level 2, level 3 after defense up on new wave. 2 out of 5, 1 out of 5, because why would you really need defense up after you get a crit on a character who's probably not attacking? You don't really need, it's not an ideal ability for those kind of characters. Here's another one of those defense up if party size is 4 or less. 100% chance, level 1, level 2, level 3. Again, these characters are getting that buff up permanently throughout the fight. 5 out of 5, great to equip on a tank if they're in a 4-member team. Defense up at 20% HP or less. Another one where you don't want to have yourself under 20% HP. It could come in handy. Like they give it a 1 out of 5. I give it like a 2 out of 5 because that 3-star one could be very useful to help survive an attack or two, but you're not aiming to have that. This next one, defense up during status ailments. Level 1 defense up for 1 turn. Level 2 and level 3 during a status ailment. They do say great to equip on your tank, given how enemies like to inflict us with their various status ailments, and since the game doesn't have abilities that nulls them, this is good to have. So say you get poisoned or paralyzed or shocked or anything like that, being able to take advantage of that and get the defense up, I agree this is a good ability to have on tank healers and buffers. Next up we have damage reduction. Damage reduction on defend usage, so 50% chance level 1, 2 stars level 2, and then 3 stars level 3. Great to equip on tank healer buffer, since there are times when we have to defend the enemy's attacks. So damage reduction is going to be pretty good. I don't know how exactly that works as opposed to defense, but it might be something we need to look a little bit more into. Damage reduction at 20% HP or less. A little bit better than getting like a defense up or anything like that. Just still not that great. We don't want to be that low on health. damage reduction on crit. It doesn't really like synergize together, but level 3 damage reduction after a crit, not too bad, but you're going to want better abilities than that. So evasion up on defend usage, and evasion up if party size is 4 or less. I can really only imagine that this is good on, tanks, healers, and stuff like that, but mostly on like the characters who are going to be taunting or using evasion, like Dumbo or Marie. They'll probably say that here. Great to equip on your tank healer buffer if you're using on comp with only 4 members. And the other one was defend usage to get that 50% of a level 3. Like they said, 2 RNG, not that great. Heal skill effect up. This one is pretty interesting. So plus 5% heal skill effect, plus 10 and plus 20%. Like they said, 5 out of 5, perfect for healers. Imagine this on Rapunzel or Baymax or Mickey, DJ Mickey, and like you're gonna go from no health to full health in a matter of seconds. And if you have like a Baymax that has that 60% after getting the limit break on him, and then bumping it up an extra 20%, like you're gonna be fully healed with a single ability usage. So that's pretty good on stuff like Baymax. There are, and I'll talk about it in just a second, there are better options for your healers when it comes to fights like Maleficent and Nick, and I'll show you that in just a minute because we'll get to that. HP regeneration on crit. After a crit, 100% chance level 1, level 2, and level 3 for 2 turns. 3 out of 5 because, great on your tank healer buffer when using a crit in your party. So, again, kind of a niche thing. You have to have a crit buffer on your team in order to get this to work. HP regen if your party size is 4 or less. This is great because then you could equip it on like a buffer character in a team of 4, and then not even bring a healer because you can just always have level 3 HP regen on like permanently. So that's not bad at all. HP regen at 20% HP or less. You don't want to be that low, but this is probably a little bit better than the other 20% HP abilities. And then HP regen during status ailments. So level 1, level 2, level 3. A little bit better. Still not great, but a little bit better than probably some of the other options for the status ailment abilities. And then we only have a few more abilities left, and that's going to be in this other abilities section. They're going to talk about SP stuff, which I've been running these on some of my buffer characters, and I'm going to swap them out for something else because at the end of the day, I don't really think I need SP that desperately. So, I'm kind of moving stuff around a little bit. So there's 2 skills here under just SP consumption. SP consumption -1, -10%, -20%. That's huge for stuff like characters that have like a MP, like the SP cost of like 40. A 20% reduction on that is 8, so you'd be bumping that down to 32, which is huge for a lot of characters. And then on top of that, if you get that character to a limit break 3, they're going to have another reduction on that as well. So that's pretty good. That's a safe bet all around to go for that. The max SP plus 5, 7, and 10. Support characters only, don't use on DPS. I agree. I have SP plus 10 on Baymax, and it's pretty good for me so far. SP charge on skill usage, EX skill activation, and status ailments. So the percentage doesn't go up on the skill usage one. It just goes up to level 1, level 2, level 3, which I think I had that on either Tank or Daisy. I can't remember. They give it a 2 out of 5. I kind of agree after using it. It's not that great. It's only 3 SP and it is only for 1 turn. I didn't even know that. It's a good thing we have this because I would not have known that. I'm glad I'm getting rid of that. on EX skill activation, 100% chance for level 2. Great on supports to help with SP management because you're spending SP and then I guess getting a little bit back. And then status ailment level 3 SP charge for 1 turn is pretty okay. Not too much to talk about there. SP gain up on skill usage and SP gain up on EX skill activation. They said this one right here, skill usage 70% chance level 3 SP gain up for 1 turn. At the moment useless because SP gain disappears after you cast the skill and we don't have any skills yet that grant SP. And then the other one gives 5 out of 5, perfect for Peter, Marie, and Flynn. On EX skill activation, 100% chance of SP gain up to self for 2 turns. So that's interesting. I don't know how SP gain up works yet, but they give that 5 out of 5. So that's something to look into for those characters. Status ailments. This gives your characters skill lock, poison, and paralyze. I've seen some comps where people are using these on like DPS characters. Level 3 is 70% chance to give those status ailments on their attacks. But yeah, like they say here, 1 out of 5 niche, very hard to proc. It is only 70% chance, then another proc chance it will actually work on the enemy. So that doesn't really work out too great, I guess, and especially probably not on bosses. I imagine they probably have some kind of a resist as well. These ones down here at the very bottom are probably the most important ones I've seen. Status resistance, attack down, defense down, poison, stun, paralyze, skill lock, SP lock, resist. The skill lock resist is probably going to be the most important one I can think of at the moment, because if I had this on my Baymax, I'd probably be able to clear the Maleficent bonus boss fight. Just plain and simple. If he didn't get locked out, I could probably keep my party healed up and actually win that fight. The resistance goes from 30 to 50 to 100% chance to resist that stuff. And you can see here they give 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 4, 4, 4, and then 5 on the SP lock resistance. Skill lock resistance. They have a typo there, but use on your healer with skill lock to cleanse, because then you will be able to cleanse that on all of your other characters at the same time. So that would be massive to get through some stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this because I've been wanting to make this video for a little while. I know not everybody really has an access to all these abilities. I do in every video try to link the Discord down below in the description, and I'm going to do it again this time because I want you guys to be able to come and look over this on your own time and kind of pick and choose which ones to use on your characters. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and link that down below. But as for now, you guys have a good rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, and we'll see you guys next time.